So before we continue, I want to let you know those videos we made them just to share with you the knowledge or what we learned from installing and removing parts. So I want you to subscribe to the channel right now. Click on the bell notification to get all the videos on time and leave your question. We're gonna respond to them just after this video. So what are we gonna work on?
Again, guys, good morning. We got this 2013 Chrysler 200. They dropped at the shop last night. The customer said the car won't start, so they tow it here. So now we push it in. So we're gonna go inside. The battery was died, and I put the charger in it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is trying to crank it, like you can see. No response, nothing, no crank, nothing at all. In a situation like that, what I like doing, I know people are gonna say they're gonna scan it, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. The first thing that I look on the dash, make sure that you don't see any security light, like anything like for the key and stuff that's gonna stop it from crank. If it's an easy starter, a starter that you can reach to, beside of wasting your time going back and forth. So go straight to the starter and then see if you got power at the crank. Time, see if you got power going to the starter. So what we're gonna do, so we're gonna go to the front of the vehicle. So to reach to the starter on this car, it's very easy. What are we gonna do? There is a clamp right here. You're just gonna have to take it off. There is a 10mm bolt right here. You have to take it off. So here, this hose, you're gonna have to take it off. And on the throttle body hose, so there is a hose clamps like that. You have to take it off. After that, all you gotta do is just pull this out. We're gonna leave this aside. All right, here is our starter. So what are we gonna do? Let me put gloves on. So we're gonna disconnect the starter. So we're gonna disconnect the signal wire that going to the starter, and we also gonna test to see if we got the power coming to it. And after that, so we're gonna check the starter directly. So let me see if I can disconnect the plug. Okay, so I got the plug out. Here's the plug. First thing that we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go look for any tools, electrical tools. Let me take this one. Let me take this one. Let me take this red one. Alright, so we got that. We're gonna come back to the shop, to the car. So we're gonna stick this in here. So I'm gonna stick this on the wire. The next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use a power probe. Use my power probe. So I'm gonna stick this to the negative spot, any ground on the body of the car, and this gonna goes on the positive spot, anywhere right here. There you go. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stick this to that. All right, as you already see, we got a signal to that 1 volt. That 1 volt. So I'm gonna see if I can turn the key on to the start position. I'm gonna try to crank it, see if the voltage. Let me see if I can place this on a position where I can see. I'm trying to place this in a position where I can see. Let me put something behind it to hold it like this. Alright, I can see that 1 volt. Yep. Okay. So that's when we got power coming to it. Now, the next step is gonna be, I'm gonna send power directly to the starter, see if it's gonna crank. If it's crank, so that's mean the starter is good. We might have some other issue, I don't know, with the wire, but I know the wire is good already because we already tested. So let me take that off. The next step, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna try to stick it directly to the signal connector on the starter. Alright, so it's right in there. And the next step, I'm gonna try to send power directly to the starter with my power probe, see if it's gonna break. So, and you hear that? Okay, so that's telling me that pretty much we have a bad starter, right? So, but not yet. The next step, I'm gonna go to the starter, to the crankshaft pulley, trying to see if I can spin the engine before I even say the starter is bad. If we have a lock engine, so the starter is not gonna spin free. So I'm gonna turn the crank, see if the engine can move. If the engine is moving, that's mean we know for sure that we have a bad starter. So I think it's a 22 millimeter. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna go to the crank. I don't know if you see it. Easy. It's right there. Alright. I'm gonna try to spin it. As you can see, it's spin free. Alright. It's spin with no restriction. That's mean we need to replace the starter. I'm gonna make an estimate, call the customer and give him the price for the starter. All right.